Okay, so now we're gonna clean up a little bit before we go further into customization. So I'm just gonna start here from the top left with that slicer. So right off the bat, I know I don't want that header. I'm gonna go in here to our format your visuals area, and I'm gonna click slicer header to off. I'm gonna do the same thing for this city one. I'm gonna take that off. So it's not gonna be obvious that it's city and state, but a curious user will click around and see that. So for our institution area where it says first institution, I don't want that either. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna take that category label and turn that off. So for our endowment area, it says first endowment. I want to change that. So I'm going to go back to our charts area. And if you click on the label, then double click, then you can change it. So I'm just going to take off first and just have it say endowment. So we'll come back to this area, but for these other cards, they're just kind of some low hanging fruit. We'll knock those out. So for sum of enrollment, I'm just going to change that to student enrollment. And for year founded, it says first founded. So we're going to change that to year founded. And then the same thing for the year that the school was closed. We're going to change that to year closed. Okay, so now this makes so much more sense right off the bat. Go ahead and save. So for our map, we have longitude, latitude, status, institution, city, and state. I really don't want it to say any of that. So I'm going to go over to general and then we're going to open the title where it says text. We're just going to change it to some general direction. So let's just say click or hover over a point to learn about HBCU data. Okay, so it says click or hover over a point to learn about HBCU data. And I think that's pretty general. You can change that to whatever you see fit. Okay, so that doesn't have that standard tooltip information that we kind of get from the tooltip already. So some other little things that we can customize. Let's go up here to our bar chart over here. So we don't want this title. I don't necessarily feel like we need it. So for the legend, I think we could also get rid of that. Let's see if we take the header icons off. Let's take those off. Let's leave the tooltips for now. Let's see what's in the tooltips. Okay, the tooltip that works. I want to change that title though. So let's go back here and just put endowment period. So that changes to endowment. That's great. So for the rest of these things, so we don't want the legend, take that out. And I'm going to take out the values there as well. So I'm going to take out the values and the title. So that's under our y axis. So I also think I want to take out the school names. I want to see everything a lot more clearly. So it's a little close to the edge for my liking. I'm going to see if I can go back through and add one of those titles and see how that looks. Okay, so we've got endowment and institution on there, and it gives it a little bit of a space. See.